It's crack-a-lacking. Somebody give me a 5 for 5, and we will get rocking. No, my dog. Get out of here, dog. Sorry, baby. I'll get you in a minute, okay, baby girl? My dog's in here in my face. Anyway, guys, we got a geomagnetic storm happening here tonight for the next 3 days, probably. Obviously, that's what we're seeing there. We're going to have Aurora because of it. And what's interesting, this is the CME that's going to be causing it right there. Also, got this blood moon eclipse tonight. Guys, pay attention to this. This is going to be awesome. And we had sky jellyfish. Could be the last one. We'll go over what that is. Plus, this coronal hole is not going to be affecting us today, but it could be the source of geomagnetic storm tomorrow. We'll see it first here, guys, on the magnetopause. We'll see it start to hit right here. Sun's off to the left. Here's the Australian version of the same model. Very simple, but in my opinion, in a lot of ways, it's better. Here is a boring graph. This is space weather conditions. We're not going to be going into that, but yeah. Here is the current sunspots and Earth size. We'll go over that. This is the current SDO imaging. Okay, we'll go over what's been happening today also. So let me pause that. Here's those cards I've been wanting to show you guys. If you guys become a member or give 5 memberships, I'll send you guys out a pack of one of these cards, your choice. So anyway, that's that. I didn't even really mean to talk about that right here, but here is Chance Paladin's prepping book. I've been getting questions about it. Here's what it looks like. You guys can go purchase it, and we will be talking more about that later on at the end of the stream. So anyway, guys, listen to my intro here. It shouldn't take but 10 seconds, and I'll be back with you. Alright guys, let's get started here. Please like, share, and subscribe. That's YouTube stuff. But please do that if you could. There's also a hype function underneath there now too, next to those buttons. Please hype the video or consider hyping it. It does actually help get it, out. I have to say those YouTube things. I'm trying to build the channel back up to where it was. I'm not going to concentrate and just keep saying those things, but I'm going to mention it here right at the beginning, and I'll mention it at the end. If you want to be a member, please do so. We're going to be having a members only. We have a lot of fun. We watch some Star Wars stuff, and I'm going to be giving away some stuff. But anyway, guys, here's your Aurora. This is the forecast. This is for tonight. Tomorrow night, if the blood moon was tomorrow night, I would be more confident that we would be seeing a lot of Aurora. I do think we're going to see some. Now, those of us down here, in mid-latitudes might not be able to see a whole lot of Aurora, but anybody, I would say, southern Montana, you got Wyoming, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Jen, you might see some. Heck, even Jammer, you might see some down here in northern Indiana. Who knows? If you get away from light pollution. Anyway, but you got all this happening. This is Aurora for tonight. That's what they're forecasting anyway. This is tomorrow night. So obviously you can see that that's a little bit more intense. But yeah, so we'll be going over that a little bit more here. But this is the actual forecast model. Notice how we have nothing. And I'm going to show you why we have no Aurora right now, really. It's because of this. We have no geomagnetic activity hardly at all. So like I've told you guys in the past, when we get this low, we need to start talking about cosmic rays. Now, all that risk for cosmic rays goes away, pretty much goes away, as soon as we get hit with the CME. It adds geomagnetism, and it will block cosmic rays like nobody's business. The sun protects us from the sun. So I'll just say that. I say that all the time. But yeah, this is NOAA, by the way. If you guys didn't know that, go check out their page here. This is the official forecast. Okay, this is what everybody uses for the official forecast. But this is their in-little spiral model. I've already shown this. They haven't updated this since the CME that's supposed to be impacting is going to happen. Right here. So I've already shown you guys this. So it hasn't changed as far as NOAA goes. Now, NASA disagrees with this a little bit. So, yeah. So what does that mean? Well, it's going to be interesting. Okay, let me find NASA's in-little spiral real quick. This is what they think is going to happen. Okay, that's one CME. Okay, this is Sun, Earth, Earth, Earth. Straight line, our orbital path in a straight line here. This is a side cut. This is the top-down version. I am going to shrink that down a little so I can navigate this thing a little bit better for you guys. So let's just go back a little, because I can go back by CME, right? So you have this CME, and then that's a total different CME. There's another one. So according to NASA, there was like 3 CMEs right there. Whether they all hit like they say, the timing, but I want to bring you guys to the latest one here too, because we did have one pop off right there. It's a small one. It's not a big deal, but something did happen right there. If we go back one, that one there is definitely going to hit us. Now that's a small one. So if that hits at the same time as the Coronal whole stream hits, you know, it could bump us up just a little bit. I'm not concerned with that at all, but it is going to hit if it happens that way. So I just want to make sure I showed you guys that part of it. Now, I do want to show you the CMEs that's causing the geomagnetic storming, or what's supposed to be causing the geomagnetic storming. So let me find, where did I put that one? Right, where did I do with it? Oh, did I do it right here? I did. Okay, so this is from SOHO. Okay, this is from our point of view, but it's 1,000,000 miles closer to the sun, right? So this is actually stereo. I'm sorry. This is from a side view. Earth would be over here, okay, and over here. You can definitely see it on that side, okay. Stereo A is kind of 90 degrees from us on the sun right now, or about 45 degrees. No, about 90. Yeah, about 90. It's a little bit less than 90, I think. Actually, we can look at that. You can see exactly where it's at. Take you down here to the end little spiral, like I showed you. Here's stereo A. That satellite is what we see when we, let me find it again. Sorry. This is the view from that satellite, okay? Now, if I back off of that, we can go to SOHO, which is the one that's 1,000,000 miles closer to the sun, and we can look and see what it shows. Again, it's showing a halo, okay, right there. See it? Okay, so, and this is from our point of view. Now, we can't see what's behind this occulter disk. We never will be able to. It's a physical disk, but this is the surface of the sun, okay? This is covering the main light. It allows the imager to get any image at all. So, I'll just leave it at that. Now, guys, this is the timing of this, of the blood moon. You guys can go get your own times from this if you want, but this is Eastern Standard Time. So right around midnight, my time, if you're on the East Coast or in Eastern Standard Time, this is what it should look like. Now, this isn't a full lunar eclipse, but it almost is. They're calling it a blood moon because it's going to look red. That's just what happens. So the Earth gets in between the moon and the sun, and Earth's shadow goes across the moon. That's what a lunar eclipse actually is. Okay, so these are the timing of it, and we are in a pretty good location here on the East Coast and here in Eastern Time Zone to catch the majority of this. Ray's Astrophotography, he's probably going to cover this. I haven't looked at his YouTube page today. I'm pretty sure he'll be out there with his telescope. I believe he lives in Texas. So guys, go check out his channel. His channel's getting very, very large. really, really quick. You know, I sent a lot of you guys over there when he was still kind of small. He was actually smaller than me at the time, but he does really good work. And I've never talked to Ray, but guys, get over there and check it out because he's doing it with his own equipment. Because I know there's always questions in people's minds. You know, should we be using this equipment? Should we trust the satellites? Those kinds of things. I don't tend to like concentrate on that because for all intents and purposes, what I'm showing you guys are just different conditions and data. And that's what I try to do here and let you guys make up your own mind. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. So that's why I do that. But if you guys do like watching just amateur, he calls himself amateur because he's not working for an organization, right? But he's a professional in my opinion. So get over and check him out. Ray's Astrophotography. He's in my subscription list. You get over there, tell him Wages World sent you. All right, now this is Dr. Tony Phillips, spaceweather.com. This is his webpage. I show you all the time. They're talking about the last jellyfish. This is a jellyfish phenomenon from the Falcon 9 the rockets that launched the Starlinks. Now this could be the last one we see, is what they're talking about here, because they're going to start using a different rocket to fire these off on the East Coast. It's getting moved. Okay, you guys can come here and read this article. I highly encourage you to. I'm not going to read it for you guys because I want you guys to come over here and check out his page. He does a really good job, right? Now, this was captured by, this is in Brunswick, Georgia, from Ricky Johnson. He caught this himself, right? It's an awesome catch of this jellyfish phenomenon that we see, right, when they fire those rockets up. Here's what it typically looks like, especially from a distance. Now, this one was Western, let's see here, Vandenberg is who got this one. Okay. I'm sorry, hold on a minute. Vandenberg launches will continue. That's what I thought. I thought that was a place. I'm looking for the guy. Guys, if you hear my dog barking, I apologize. I don't know what she's doing. But I apologize. But yeah. So, with that being said, this is backyard astronomy alerts. You can get those kind of alerts here. I'm trying to figure out who. Jeremy Gilchrist is who got this one. It's Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm not sure when this one was taken, but that's the jellyfish phenomenon, and they're going to be using the new rocket to fire these up. I think it's, what's it called? I forget. Where's it at? Goodness. Somebody help me out there. Twilight launches, see here. From here on, Starlink missions out of Florida. The Starship. That's what they call it. Starship. That's the rocket they're going to be using. Okay? So they're still going to be firing them off. It's just going to be on a different rocket. And it shows a different phenomenon because it's not the same kind of process of the rockets fueling boosters and how it gets to space. Okay? Falcon 9 is an awesome rocket, by the way. So, yeah. He's also talking about this CME I showed you guys yesterday. This was captured by David Wilson. He's calling it the smoking sunspot. See, you can see real clear here where the plasma went up, but the sun recaptured it. Okay? That happens a lot. And we see this when, especially when the sun is, like if we look at it maybe here on the side, okay, we see it really good that way, but when the sun's the background, it kind of camouflages it. So yeah, we got that going on. Now, I do want to show you, so we got a CME coming, 2 of them, maybe possibly 3, that could give us, according to NOAA, these storms, okay, G1, G2, G1, G1, G2, G1. These latter storms here on the 29th are going to be mainly from the coronal hole. And that's what I was getting ready to show you guys, okay, right here. This coronal hole isn't here now. Here's that smoking sunspot right there, Okay, this is the 211 angstrom of light. Let me zoom in for you guys here a little bit. And it's just an angstrom in the extreme ultraviolet spectrum, so we can get a better visual of certain gases. But the corona peels back and it exposes the surface of the sun. The surface of the sun is black here in this imaging because colder things show up darker colors on these images. Okay, and the surface of the sun is actually colder than the atmosphere. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. But yeah, now that's what it looked like a few days ago. So here, and that's in the Earth strike zone. So we connected to that magnetically. So we're going to be getting some increased solar wind from that. Right now, we are not. It should be here at any time. It could arrive at the same time as some of these CMEs. It doesn't stop flowing out. And I point that out because of let me show you this. This is the current image. Okay? So if I back this up, I'll just play it. Okay, so it's way over here now. We are still probably connected to it for a couple days, and then once it gets over here, we probably we're not like right in the Earth strike zone. So we're going to see things die down. But as you can see, you can look at the timing up here. So the 27th, so you can figure 3 days. So that's like the 30th. So, yeah. Now, that's about the time it should slow down. Whether it does, who knows? I don't know. It could not, could get faster. Who knows? You don't know, right? You just can't know. You can kind of guess because we are getting a better understanding of the magnetic signatures on the sun and what they do and how they act. So as time progresses, we'll get better at forecasting. But as of right now, I mean, they get pretty close most of the time, but they're not perfect, right? You know, you even seen a little bit of a CME right here. If you watch real close, right? Well, it's hard to see. I'm not going to waste your guys' time on that. But it's hard to see. But yeah. Now, so what's that all mean, right? Well, I'm going to show you this flare right here. Because I'm going to show you the flare that caused the CME. It's pretty evident. It's going to be right here in the middle. At least I think it's going to show it here on this image. Yeah, right there. And it's going to fire again. See how that thing is just firing? Now remember, this sunspot, there was that smoking sunspot, right? It was flaring. There it went, right there. That's the one that's going to be giving us the biggest hit. Notice how this thing didn't stop, though. So there's still going to be some energy coming from that, along with the coronal hole throwing solar wind our way. So that can mean we could get to G2 storms. G2 storms is going to give us very significant aurora. Okay? Plus, we could see power grid issues with this. Now, those of us that are down here in mid-latitude, probably not. Now, it's not unheard of, but you're going to see more of it up here in the northern latitudes, the higher latitudes. You know, when I say higher latitudes, that means going north and it means going south in the southern hemisphere. So once you cross the equator and you start moving one direction, if you continue in that direction, you're going higher in your latitudes. Okay? In other words, those of us up here in the northern hemisphere oftentimes thinks that, yeah, we're on our head if we're in the southern hemisphere, but the southern hemisphere people are thinking the same about us. So, and the reason why we think that way is because they call it the North and the South Pole, and in our mind, North and South is up and down, right? So, but it's not necessarily the case when we're talking about latitudes. Magnetic field, our magnetic field is measured with our latitude. So when I say mid-latitude, I'm saying closer to the equator, both directions, from the south and the north. When I say high latitudes, I'm talking closer to the poles, north and south. And I know that can kind of get confusing for some people, but it's just what it is, right? Now, So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I just want to make sure I got all that in for you. Please go out and go look at the blood moon. If you can get some pictures of it, I don't care if it's from your cell phone or whatever you're using. Heck, the cell phones are better than most cameras nowadays. Send them to me. I promise you I'll show them. It's just what I do, right? Hey, P-Ben, good to see you. So I'm going to get a roll call in there for me if you guys would. I'm going to say hi to you guys real quick, and we'll get moving. But, guys, please consider being a member. I'm going to say that here at the end. I want you guys, if you guys could, that'd be awesome. If you guys gift memberships, I will send you a deck of cards, your choice, right here. These are very cool cards. I've had them for a while. I give them out quite a bit. This is just a thumbnail for my last members only. I may even do another members only this weekend. I wasn't planning on it because I'm trying to do them every other week. But 3 or 4 times a month is really kind of the goal. But I'm not going to try to push it because I don't always succeed when I tell you guys I'm going to be here 4 times in a month for a members only. I will say this, doing 2 members only in a month is more than most channels do. I will say that. It's kind of funny, right? But anyway, I'm back full time doing this with you guys, and I'm going to concentrate more and more and more. And I'm starting to streamline my process, and I hope you guys can see it, because I don't think I squirreled very much here in this video. I'm trying to get better at that. I think I did fairly well, and at least this time. Let me know what you guys think. Guys, it's very important if you come back and leave me a comment. I try to respond to every one of them. If I give you a like and a heart, all that means is that I read it. Okay? I don't want you guys to think that you're not being heard. It's the worst feeling in the world. It used to be me a long time ago. You go type in somebody's chat or comment section and you don't get acknowledged. It sucks. Right? So I try my best not to let you guys feel like that. Because I know what it feels like. Now, I don't always succeed. But if you see a heart and a like by your comment, and again, it is very important that you guys come back and give me a comment, because it's one of the biggest key data points that the algorithm looks at to push it out. It shows that you guys are engaging, and that's what the algorithm wants. So it'll start putting it in front of other people, and it should help the channel and help us all out, because most everything I get here goes right back into the channel. It's just what it is. It's just how it works. It's not free to do this. It's not, all the equipment and everything else. I mean, I'm not going to get into that. It's not your guys' issue. But at the same time, doing those little things does help. But yeah, and I do want to show you guys Chance Paladin's book. I mentioned it yesterday or 2 days ago. I wanted to make sure I showed you guys. It's a prepper's book, and it did really, really well. Really, really well written. I'm about 3/4 of the way through it. I got an extra one, and I'm going to be giving it away. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know, or go purchase one. I think you can get digital copies, and you can I got 2 physical copies. Once I'm done reading it, I will probably share it with somebody else. Okay, so I got one now I can share with other people. And that's the idea, is to kind of pass it around. If you guys can't go, the biggest idea is to go support Chance here and, buy the book from him. But at the same time, if you can't do that, he wants you guys to have the information, right? He wrote a second book too. So it's really well done. I just want to make sure you guys got questions with it, just let me know. Well, thank you, Callie. I appreciate you. Praying for you too. Guys, there's a lot of people here that need prayers. I want to ask you guys for prayers for I got a friend, and his daughter is in the hospital with liver failure. I would really appreciate some prayers for her. If you could, please, if you guys want to come back and leave me a comment on that, and just say, hey, Justin, I'm praying for your daughter. If you guys could do that for me, it would be awesome, because I could show that to him, and it would really, really boost his morale. He's struggling right now. His daughter's in the hospital, really, really bad sick. Liver failure and stomach stuff happen. I mean, it looks bad. So definitely need prayers for Justin. you guys could do that, please come back and do that in the comment section for me, and so I can show it to him. It definitely will help, I promise. But anyway, guys. All right. Okay. Yo, 7 Who. I agree with that, but I'm going to tell you something else too. He also gave us. He also wants us to rely on ourselves too. Use what he gave us, and I think all of that applies. I do appreciate that comment though, for sure, as I believe the same way. But sometimes him saving us is giving us the knowledge to save ourselves, and that's it is what it is. I'm not saying it's the case with this. I'm not. Please don't say that. Don't think that I'm coming at you here. I just want to make sure, because that's a really good comment. I think everybody should read that and really, kind of pay attention to it. But I do think that he gives us the abilities, and if you guys, whatever you guys believe, I don't push my beliefs off onto you guys. I pray, I believe in God and Jesus and all that, and Jehovah and all of it. That's me. How do we get people to agree with us? Well, we got to allow them to tell us what they believe too, so we can share with them what we believe. And wherever they fall, it's not your responsibility, you know what I'm saying? And if you can help in any other way, that's awesome. But everybody, it's just awesome when we can come here and talk, because I found it's the best way. When somebody starts screaming at somebody, what happens? We shut down, don't we? We quit listening. That's why when somebody gets really, really nasty in the chat, I question whether or not their motives are don't they know that people just quit listening to them? I don't even delete it unless it's vulgar. Because it really does show what's happening, People don't listen to it. Matter of fact, sometimes they defend whoever that person's talking about. It's crazy how that works, but I think of it in your real life. Somebody comes up to you, a quote-unquote Karen. I hate using that name because there are people out there named Karen that are awesome people. But the stereotypical Karen, like we like to use nowadays, comes up, starts screaming at you. What happens? You don't listen to nothing they're saying, right? So it's the same thing. Same exact thing. Thanks, Hope. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. I really do. And I'm sure Justin will too. And I'll let him know that you guys are praying for him. And I'll try to show him the live chat. It's hard to show the live chat. So if you guys come back and leave a comment, that'll work better. But I'll try to show him both, because it will. When you're down and out like that and you're struggling, just the fact knowing that somebody actually took 2 seconds out of their day to say, hey, we're praying for you. Sometimes that's enough to keep you going. I know it's enough for me sometimes. So, and show some love to the mods. Thank you for reminding me there, Wise Jen. All the managing mods, all the mods. Hey, Sage Pup, good to see you. It's exactly right. Good comment, Sage Pup. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pop off. So get out there and check this out tonight, please. You could see Aurora at the same time. If you guys catch any of that, please send me some pics. Those would be awesome to show everybody. And I'm not saying that it's going to happen, because the CME's got to get here at midnight or right around. Let's check out this real quick, because this will update and it'll see if we're getting any kind of geomagnetic activity right now. Pause it. The sun's off to the left. Okay, doesn't look like we're getting hit with anything right now. So I'll keep watching the data. If I see something huge hit, I may come back on. Never know. So add erase. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have no control when those go out, P-Ben. I am so sorry. I have no control over that at all when they do that. That's just what they do. I got my ad set to the lowest setting that they allow me to. So and YouTube will take liberty and do their own sometimes too. So do you, Jammer? Awesome. If you get stuff, let me know if you want to share it here on the channel. That'd be awesome. I'm also looking at that article you sent me. I'm looking into that too because I think I'm going to do a show on it. So about the object that you were talking about in that news break article. But anyway, guys, I am going to go ahead and pop off here. My daughter and my wife are in Chicago at a concert tonight, and they're seeing BTS. Any of you guys got little girls at home or granddaughters, you probably know who BTS is. She was supposed to see him like back in 2020. Got her birthday tickets, and it cost almost $1,000 for those tickets back then. But they canceled the concert and did not give a refund. They canceled the concert because of COVID. And then I think one or two of the members over there, because they're a Korean pop band, they have to serve like 2 years in the military before they're like 26 years old. Two of the members in the band still had to do their service. So they lost a couple members for a while. So it was like, oh my gosh. My daughter was she was 13 when she got the tickets, but now she's an adult, and her and my wife were able to share it together instead of just my daughter and her friend. So it's going to be a really cool thing to hear how good of a time they're having. But yeah, so me and my son are here with my Puka Uka dog. But anyway, guys, I love all you guys. I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow, because we're going to have stuff to talk about, CMEs and stuff. Okay? But with that being said, guys, God bless. Yahusha saves. Leave me a comment, guys, please. And you can drink this Kool-Aid.